Hello and welcome back to the channel. So I think I'm going to title this video something like how to enjoy the male gaze while still being a feminist. So I've been seeing a lot of different videos on like male centeredness and the male gaze and being black male identified, white male identified. And I just want to say that regardless of your lifestyle and what you do and don't do, you can still do both. You don't have to be in a box. You don't have to let someone Madonna whore complex you and make you feel like you either have to be pick me or like a raging feminist. You don't have to do that. You can call yourself a feminist and not agree with everything someone else says just because they call themselves a feminist too. And I just wanted to say that it's more of a divide and conquer tactic than anything. Now, it's one thing to say, hey, this is what I believe in. And if you're other than this, I just choose not to be with you. That's fine, like believing in something and standing up for your own morals. But at the same time, if you don't call yourself a feminist simply because of what other female feminists are doing, you're kind of missing the point here. Feminism is the option to choose. Whether you feel like you want to be modest or you want to be more with exposure, you still deserve respect. You know what I mean? So that means if I want to be a model, meaning I essentially do live through the male gaze, I still deserve to be seen as a woman with autonomy and taken seriously. That's the whole point of being able to be both and not being put into a certain box. So I just want to say that you're definitely allowed to enjoy being a woman and enjoy femininity, which really essentially can't exist without masculinity. And you're allowed to play the game. I talked about this in one of my last videos. I like to break it down between Eves and Liliths. And at first glance, a Lilith is someone who, if you don't know the story of Adam and Eve, you can look it up. But Lilith was Adam's first wife, and she was known to be defiant and not wanting to be beneath him. So at first glance, a Lilith would be like a 304 or something like that, and an Eve would be like the wifey type. But that's not necessarily what the archetype tells. It's more of a mindset. So an Eve doesn't necessarily mean you're a pick me or you're male centered or necessarily. It basically means you've decided to live life through the male patriarchy, which most people do. Most people complain about shit, and then whole time they're benefiting from it. Most people complain about isms this and that, but whole time you're benefiting from capitalism. You're benefiting from the same structures that uphold these other isms. So you're allowed to do that. And no one's going to make you feel like you can't, enjoy certain privileges that you were born into, whether that be because of your skin tone, your gender, whatever. Because I guarantee you that they're enjoying the benefits that come with whatever they have going on. So I just wanted to say you don't have to choose. You're definitely allowed to live life on your terms. And you can enjoy being a woman whilst still being a feminist and while still being, decentering men. So that's just something I wanted to talk about. If you guys want like more tips on how to do that, just let me know as well. Because sometimes it feels like a thin line trying to be authentic as a woman, because you do want to, like I've been hearing people say, I'm not going to believe all girls because some girls be lying. And I think that's low-key kind of slow. I feel like at the end of the day, all men will believe all men. So I'm not finna let a few feminists that I disagree with or a few crazy chicks that say things that I don't agree with stop me from believing all women. Like, I'm just never going to do that. So I do consider myself a feminist. And a lot of people feel like if you support sex workers, you can't be a feminist because the sex industry is upheld by men. So they think if you support sex workers, that you necessarily support human trafficking and that you necessarily support, the patriarchy and misogyny, which is just not true at all. I support women getting to how they live, whether that be in a marriage or in a hotel room. I support you having safety either way. I support you whether you want to dress down and not really be seen and be more like a plain Jane, or you want to get all dolled up. You deserve respect either way. You deserve to be seen as a woman either way. Whether you're a light-skinned girl and people stereotype you, or you're a dark-skinned girl and people stereotype you, you deserve to be perceived the way you want to be perceived and not put in a box. So don't fall into that trap of people trying to tell you that you can't be one or the other, because it's bullshit. So thank you and have a beautiful day.